Hello and welcome to the Let's Go Brandon podcast. The Should Have Been a Cowboy podcast, episode 12? I should know this.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I lost count.
I know this. This is episode 12. Welcome to episode 12 of the Should Have Been a Cowboy podcast. Today we have Mr. Nobody on, alongside, as always, my co-host Ohio Pod, or Ohio Man, depending on who you met.
Obviously, the main host here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Should Have Been a Cowboy podcast. I'm your host, Ohio Man.
Does the intro again.
Today we have some excellent topics for you today, and we're going to let them start off because I don't know what they are.
Them. Excuse me, I'm a
The other guys. Those other people that
Alright,
we don't
well,
acknowledge.
Monsieur Nobody, what do you have for us today?
Ah, yes.
Alright.
Hot.
I have
I
1,
don't
2,
think I can
3,
handle this
4, 5,
hotness.
6, 7, 8, 9 of them. 10, 11, 12. I have 12 of them in my room currently.
Yeah, but what color are they?
They are actually red, too, for once.
Oh my god. My mom bought these communist, blue ones.
Oh, I thought you were going to say red and yellow.
I don't know why I said communist, though, because the communist ones would be red. So.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I was going with that one. But I think they were all different
And
colors.
you,
They're
sir,
actually, like,
do not
rainbow
have a
colors.
pair of testicles.
If you prefer to drink from a glass.
I just paused there. I just thought that'd be funny. You see that video where they go, and you, sir, do not have a pair of testicles, and he's just looking at a dog.
Testes! You don't have the testes. The tenders.
Test these nuts.
Your my tenders. Anyhow, yeah, red Solo cups. They
Red
exist.
Solo tender.
Next topic.
Yeah, I don't know what you were planning
Yeah,
on
that
getting
wasn't.
out of
That
that,
was
I'm gonna
kind
be
of
honest.
nowhere.
But yeah,
Kinda
no, that
nowhere for
song
nobody.
does suck ass, but everyone knows every word to it. and we all-
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
that song does genuinely suck ass. But it's too good. It's
too good.
the best worst song I've ever heard.
I get. You know what? That's a fair. I'll give it to you. I know you're trying, so I won't kill you today.
Was waiting to see friendly fire turned on for your posse.
Oh, deal. Deal.
Is my fishing rod still on the ground? Where did it go?
I'm gonna wait till I get next to you to do that.
So I caught a swimming muskrat.
I saw a muskrat in real life.
Muscat.
I saw a muskrat in real life. Never seen one before. Didn't know what it was. It wasn't. I knew it wasn't a beaver because it didn't have the tail. But it was.
Raccoon.
Dude, this thing was
Trash panda.
huge. I mean, this was a massive muskrat. Wait,
Yeah.
you don't- oh.
I saw
I
a
thought
raccoon
you were
die
talking
in front of
about
my
real
house one day. I was chilling in my room and I heard some rustling in the bush in front of my house.
What? Kung Fu Panda's American version is just a raccoon. Po, the trash
Karate
panda.
trash panda.
I just thought of that now. Oh man, that's funny.
But yeah, I heard some rustling in my window. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I looked down and there's just a raccoon with almost all of its leg just bitten off. And I'm like,
Who bit it off? The raccoon? Or do you think a coyote got
Me.
it?
Yeah, probably. We have a lot of coyotes out here.
I only saw one coyote, and it was only for like a split second. It was across the street. There's baseball fields across my street, and they are actually over there. There was only one though.
I mean, there's nothing to really behold. They're just white trash wolves.
Yeah, pretty much. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Trailer park wolves. The Trailer Park Wolves. It's a new TV show.
I mean, that makes sense.
But yeah, no, they're not much to be. You see
Yeah.
signs for them all around here. They're pretty common.
Yeah.
There was a bear in my aunt's backyard.
That's pretty wild.
You know there were like, Murph, you know the row of houses on Union before you get to Jewel? Yeah, it made it to
doxing
that.
location.
I don't know how. Well, it's not my house. Oh, that would have been great. I don't think they did though.
I don't know if that's legal though. Like
I
as
would've.
much as I think you should. I
In
don't.
self-defense, yeah.
Yeah, but if it's not really doing anything, I think.
Just shotgun a bear in the
just leave it
backyard.
alone. Or you can just do it. Or you can just do it. Quote unquote. Brandon did, and oh my God, did my horse just die? Okay, I thought my wagon just failed to live.
Made
Gus.
into things? Gus? Oh, yeah, Gus.
Burton Guster from Psych. Come
We
on,
don't-
son.
we're not.
Come on, son. Come on, son.
They're
Oh,
$20
you guys
but you
never
need to
watched
be like level
Psych. You guys don't
23.
get that reference.
No.
That
No,
was
me
on
neither.
television. Not anymore, though. It's over.
Nothing is.
Once, yes, I was.
Have you ever been on? Yeah, I was just supposed to say, have you ever been on television?
Was I? Wait. I think I had 2 opportunities to be on the news and did not get on. I think I was busy doing something else. Oh, no, I was! Was I?
Weren't you on it for like scouts or something?
No, it was flag football. So I don't know if
Oh,
I should say this.
yeah!
What do you mean, oh yeah? I've never told you this.
No, I believe you have.
No, I never did.
Okay.
I guarantee you I've never told you this. Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know if I should say this, though.
Can I just point out, this guy was in Boy Scouts and went to a Catholic school, and somehow he didn't get touched.
It's because I'm
Like,
cracked at
you're
life.
that unattractive.
Okay.
Not even a Boy Scout leader or a Catholic school teacher wanted to touch you.
Because I'm
Like,
straight?
how unlucky can you be? I don't think that matters to them. You're a child. I don't think straight would matter. I don't think that's the part they're concerned about. Anyway.
I can be a real
Closest I've been to TV
Yeah.
is probably like, I don't know, that one middle schooler got hit by a car on
Oh my God.
Wadsworth. Yeah, me too. That did happen.
What rank are you? And how are you not 14? Yeesh.
Do you have gold? Alright. Yeah, that's not enough. No. Alright! Anyway. On to the news!
Yeah, am I right?
You don't have testicles if you prefer drinking from a glass. We understand. Do you have any topics there, Mr. Man?
NASCAR 21.
I have a few. I was about to say probably not going to get it, but then I remembered that I actively have it pre-ordered, but
yeah,
I might
me and
cancel.
you both pre-ordered it at the same time.
Yes, and I might cancel it. Low key.
Why?
High key. I would rather be playing NASCAR 04.
Wow. You can live your life and be a bitch. Or you can be cool and get the new game.
Or you can die and also be a bitch.
Yeah.
I probably will end up getting Forza Horizon 5 and then being extremely disappointed.
Yeah, probably.
Because let's be honest. But I'm still going to put like 20 hours into it. I've put a lot of time into Forza Horizon 4 and I don't really like it. But it has so many good cars that I don't care. I just want to drive the cars. Wait, has there been a full car list release?
That fish is on
That'd be a
the
good
land.
discussion.
Why is that?
Let's see. And I think Air 12, not Air 12. I think he's playing it now.
Air 12, the Canadian guy.
Maybe.
Whoa!
I don't remember. I haven't watched him in a long time. I mean, that's a decently stout list. It might be. Chevrolet.
Dude,
Anything new? Is there
I just screen
nothing
recorded
new?
it. Oh my god, this fish just beached itself and died.
Wow, there's like
Right in front of me, too.
there's like one new Chevy, and it's the C8
Really?
on the on this list at least. No, still no Silverado.
They need to add, dude, they really need to get trucks. I'm telling you, it'll make it so
They
much
still have the
better.
Daytona at least. The fucking Hellcats are still 2015. They've changed the appearance. How is it still 2015? Why is there no red eye? Okay, this can't be the full list because there's nothing new on here. I mean, this is lame as hell. Anything new in the Ford category?
Yeah, all they did was change the map.
That's what they usually do,
They
to be
might
honest.
add things later, but
Oh, they're just gonna add a bunch of fucking cars in the fucking post-launch shit.
yeah,
Okay,
it's all gonna be DLC, pay to play.
well, I guess there is the new Ford Bronco and the F450, which is pretty cool. The new Shelby. That's about it there. Jeep, CJ5, Wrangler Rubicon, still the 2012. Grand Cherokee SRT, Trailcat, Grand Cherokee, Trackhawk, Gladiator Rubicon. Wow, literally nothing new.
No XJ. Oh no, what are we gonna do?
No XJ. Still the 2012 Wrangler. For some reason, they haven't moved on to the 2018 at least. No Cherokee Trackhawk. No Wrangler 392. No Grand Cherokee L. No Grand Wagoneer. New or old. I'm sure they added a new Lamborghini. They didn't even add a new Lamborghini. How the fuck? I don't even care about Lamborghini, but they still didn't add a new one.
Yeah, no, I don't know what they're thinking.
That is lame as hell. No Nissans. No, only one Plymouth, and it's the Cuda.
Make sure you don't
else.
get kicked for inactivity, by the way.
Yeah,
Just a friendly reminder.
I fell in the water.
Awesome. Now you'll freeze to death, like the rest of us.
3 Pontiacs, and it's not yours. Just the GTO, the 77 Firebird, and the 87 Firebird. So they have actually decreased their amount of Pontiacs.
Wow.
Only one Ram. What?
What are they
Only
thinking?
the 2500 Power Wagon.
What are they thinking?
Where's
Honest
the
to God.
TRX?
Honest to God, what are they thinking?
Okay, when was this list last updated?
It's literally half of the thing
September
is literally
7th.
desert.
Oh, this is
what are they
bullshit.
thinking by not adding trucks?
This hasn't been uploaded since September. Hold on.
But still,
October 11th. There we go. That's better. This will give me what I'm looking for.
they need
Alright.
to add trucks. Honestly,
Let's try this again.
it's literally Mexico. Come on, that's what the cartel uses. At least, come on.
Yeah, if I don't see a beat to all hell
Armored up Silverado.
Toyota
come
Tacoma
on,
from the late 90s, then I will be calling this game a
yeah, that's
big
what they use.
hunk
They
of
use
bullshit.
Tacomas down there. Armored up Tacoma.
Oh, I didn't even see the Dodge Dart. Apparently that is in the game. The GMC Jimmy? Hell yeah. A 1970 GMC Jimmy. Fuck yeah. That's awesome. Oh, this one was 5 days ago. Can I just get a full car list instead of, hey, here's what everything's been up. Here's everything that's been added today. I don't care. Oh, fuck.
Why did he get off?
Probably didn't.
Isn't that like the second time that we've done a
Perhaps,
podcast?
I don't remember. Oh wait, is that what he meant? Did he message me that? No, that was earlier. Unless it isn't earlier. Did he? Damn controller just died. Probably just gonna go to bed anyway. Fuck it. Bruh.
That's stupid. Why would he ask?
That's rude.
He asked to do the podcast.
He did.
Podcast was his idea.
That was his idea, yeah.
What? Really? Well, I mean, we kind of. He's also the one with all the topics.
Well, he had one. He said he had one.
Oh, what was it? Red Solo
Cup.
Wow.
That was it. Okay, not seeing much interesting from Dodge in
Wasting
this one.
my time.
Ford. Wait, is there not a Chevy? Is there not a fucking Blazer? How is there not a Blazer? Old or new? Okay, this list doesn't have the GMC Jimmy. I'm so confused.
What about a Cyclone?
None of these lists make any sense. Just the Vandora.
I don't know what they're
Okay,
thinking.
this is the same list as the last one.
What?
This was 5 days ago.
Why would they not add all the cars?
Oh, here, AR-12. He's literally in-game.
They obviously know.
This is-
They obviously know that we want all these cars, right?
They obviously know that people are gonna buy it anyway. Here's the thing. It's been like 3 years, though.
What is that?
Come on.
What is that
Oh,
right in
what is
front of
this
you?
menu? What is what? That's a...
There's something right in front of you.
There's not?
Behind you in the water?
That's not right in front of me. It's a fish.
No, it's not. That thing. I just
What?
killed it, whatever it is.
I'm confused.
You just killed it. Congrats. You've saved America.
Wait, there's a flatbed? Oh, okay, there's a flatbed, apparently.
I can't tell what it is.
Flatbed truck 2020 Alejandras. Okay. Only one AMC and it's just a Gremlin? What?
Yeah, no, I'm not buying Forza Horizon 5. They're not thinking straight in the head. Obviously.
There's no fucking way.
They know we want these cars.
According to
They
Blard,
cannot-
car list looks the same as it has since Forza Horizon 3. Kinda lame, IMO. Everything else seems great, but more modern cars even just update to facelifts on some. Some daily drivers would be tight. Yes! I want an Impala! And some other little pieces of shit that aren't fast. There's no Tahoe?
I don't know what they're.
No
I'm not.
Explorer?
Dude, don't even consider buying it. Honestly, what was the other game? It was NASCAR, Forza, and what was the other one? Vanguard.
Vanguard. Vanguard actually does seem pretty decent. It just seems like a World War II Modern Warfare 2019.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that could end up being alright. And we need another Call of Duty to play other than just
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare. Yeah. Although you should have gotten Cold War. But...
No. I was still playing Modern Warfare.
So was I. But I pre-ordered that bitch when it was fucking announced back in, like, August of 2020. I didn't want that.
I just didn't think it was all that.
Still better than just about any other Call of Duty. Not better, but I still like playing it. Right now, I'm gonna go sell my muskie and nothing else. We're gonna go to the...
I have too much.
Anyway. I don't know. I don't know. At least that... We'll have to wait until it actually comes out.
Comes.
Because what AR-12 is playing is not the full release of the game. Hopefully they'll add in some new cars there'll be something of any value at all and any reason to fucking buy this game.
Which right now
But
there
I
isn't.
don't know, which right now I would rather, other than like the Bronco.
Maybe the Bronco.
But one
the
list said it
Bronco's
had the
not that
GMC
cool.
Jimmy. I mean, granted, I didn't finish watching it,
I
so
want
that might
more
be in the game,
trucks.
but
They made it in Mexico.
I know.
There's
and
that map
we're not gonna
screams
get it.
trucks.
It does.
I don't understand.
You know what else scream trucks? Colorado.
Exactly.
But they didn't. All they do is just get rid of cars.
Why?
They get rid of like 50 cars and add in like 20.
And 20 of the cars of which nobody really even wants.
Yeah. Like, no one gives a shit about the McLaren Senna, alright? I don't even know what the fuck
Exactly.
that Ferrari on the cover
never
is.
heard of that. What Ferrari? They added a new Ferrari? Who cares?
Sure, it's the same as every other fucking Ferrari. But yeah, I do agree they need more trucks. I have a car wish list. It is extensive, and I'll probably get 2 of those cars. At most. And those 2 cars are going to be ones that were already in Horizon 4. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
And it's so disappointing that they just can't fucking get it right, but at the same time, what else are you going to buy? They know that they have a fucking stranglehold on that section of gaming.
Yeah,
You
they
know?
really do.
I mean, Gran Turismo
They
never
really
comes
do.
out with games. Need for Speed is a completely different style of video game. The Crew 2 is a
Speed is
completely
way
different
too
style of
arcadey.
video game.
Crew 2 definitely
Yeah.
needs to update their map and make it better in Crew 3.
It has a foothold on the semi-open world car game. So they know that they can fuck around all they want. You're not going to buy anything else. You're going to buy that game because there ain't another goddamn choice you got.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to the full release, but my hopes aren't as high as they should be, to be honest. But, I don't know. There's still a smidgen of hope, because I do really want to drive that F-150 in the Bronco. There just needs to be more good reason.
There needs
They
to be
need
more
stop getting rid of
trucks.
cars.
There needs to be more diversity of pickups.
They need to add a Silverado, specifically a Cat Eye, but even just a
not the
Trail
frickin'
Boss
drift
would be great.
one either. Not the drift one.
They need an OBS Ford and a dent side Ford.
Like they added,
need
what's the other truck? They added a
the
frickin'
Tremor.
Nissan, didn't they?
They added the Nissan Titan Warrior
They
concept,
added
yeah.
They added a Nissan Titan before they added like any GMC or any Silverado.
Yeah,
or,
no
like,
GMC,
no GMC,
pickup trucks other than technically
I
the
guess
pickup truck.
there's a
Basically,
Ram.
their
There's
S10.
the TRX, right?
Which, maybe not in this game.
Oh my god.
But, I don't
They
know.
desperately
Let me
need
take a look
to
here.
add pickups, honestly. It's such a big
Ferrari,
community.
Ford.
You know how many people they would gain just by doing that?
Yeah, really.
Like, yeah, you got your JDM people, and then you got your
Here's the issue, though.
overrated-ass
JDM
hypercars and
JDM and supercars are 90% of the car community. Especially the younger car community. Muscle cars are kind of dying off in the popularity, and trucks were never that popular in that community. So, I don't know. It's not very hopeful, to be honest.
stuff. I don't know.
Alright, where's Ram? I'm walking into a tree.
Like, I think it'd be the
Plymouth.
coolest thing ever if they had like
What's
a new
Plymouth look like? Yep,
GMC
just
Sierra
Dakota.
or some shit. I would
Yeah,
literally.
no,
you have no idea how quick they
73.
would pre-order that game if they had like a GMC Sierra.
Oh, man. GMC Sierra.
The Denali or whatever the other one is.
The Denali. That thing is fucking minty.
Dude,
Or the
that's like my
AT4.
dream truck,
The
dude.
GMC Sierra AT4. Have you seen
The
that?
Sierra is my dream truck, dude.
I can't go away from Dodge, but
Oh, dude,
if
I
I
love
had
the
to buy something
GMCs.
other than Dodge after 2015, that's what I'd go with.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd go with
Yeah,
the Chevy.
that's the thing though. I like older Chevys and stuff, but when it
I
comes
like the Cat Eye. I like the square body.
when it comes to newer trucks, GMC is the place to go for me. I
GMC
just think they
dominates.
just look so fucking good, dude.
Some of the new Rams look good.
Yeah,
I still
yeah,
can't get
some
over
of
the
the
fact that
I
they
like
got rid of the
I
crossbar
like
grill.
like the 2015, like the mid teens.
You know what's really nice?
Mid-2010s.
I mean, I can respect Forza's decision to add the what is it, the Power Wagon, because that 2500 Power Wagon is a minty pickup truck. Although they need a second gen. And another thing, okay, one of the biggest things that this game needs desperately is better customization.
Oh yeah.
That's
another thing. If they add trucks, they gotta have like lift kits and like all this other shit.
Rim selections
and they have to
based
make it
on
to where
specific.
You can't Carolina squat your shit.
Yeah,
because
rim selections based on the specific type of cars, so you can't put fucking.
Yeah.
So,
it's like,
you know,
yeah,
so there's more off-road tire options.
It's a lot of work, but at the same time.
Like,
like,
they've
honestly,
had time since 2018 to develop this shit.
If they did that, honestly, they could probably raise their prices and people would still buy it if they put in just that little bit more effort. You know? Honestly.
Yeah, lift kits, interior customization.
And they kind of have the lift kits with the rally
stickers.
Stuff, like the rally stuff right now. But honestly, like, no.
But it doesn't cut it.
It doesn't.
It's only like maybe a 1 or 2 inch lift.
Yeah. Not acceptable.
So, and if you put rally suspension on a pickup truck, it doesn't change anything. You can't lift trucks. And I will say, it's so surprising that they have such a poor level of pickup truck customization, because the most commonly modified vehicle is a pickup. Almost everyone's pickups are modified, unless they're like 2015 King Ranches. Then they're like always bone stock. But older pickup trucks, always modified. Even most newer pickup trucks, modified. There's still no XJ, and I'm sorry, but you can't have an off-road game without an XJ. It is one of the quintessential off-roaders outside of the pickup truck.
I need to express the fact, or like, emphasize the fact that this is literally Mexico. Half the fucking place is a desert. Like,
it is prime time.
Like, you can't...
Especially with the introduction of the Bronco, which hopefully will get the game to focus more on off-roading. I think it has so much potential to be one of the best off-roading games in recent memory. It's open world, it's in Mexico, you can have Baja, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I mean, they could at least do something like Baja.
Yeah. What do they have in terms of rally?
Cars, or?
Yeah.
Just like, you know, the Subaru and the Lancer. Yeah, the same shit that's always there. I don't think there's anything new. I didn't see any new Fords or
I don't know.
Stuff like that.
Honestly, I feel like it's just gonna be a big disappointment.
In its current state, it is extremely disappointing.
New map, that's it.
I pray to God that they're going to improve it a little bit, but I don't know.
It's
like
new map. Yeah, you did 50% of the job. Now add all the cars that we want. You know?
Yeah.
Stop taking the cars.
You can't.
I mean, some people. I mean, yeah, maybe we don't like certain cars that they've taken away, but a lot of people do like those cars. Like, you take away somebody's like favorite car or something, and now you've lost their sale pretty much. You're not gonna sell the game to them. They don't want to buy that.
What I believe is that they should never take out a car. Once they add a car to the game, it should always be in the game.
Unless it's some sort of
DLC no reason to get rid of it.
Specialty car, which there's only a few that really are, like the Hot Wheels stuff.
Yeah, which is still in the game, I'm pretty sure.
Forza 3?
Horizon 3, yeah. That was a DLC for Horizon 3. Here's the issue. Okay, so we look at Subaru. Subaru just came out with a new WRX. It's still the 2015. Subaru just came out with a new BRZ. It's still 2013. They did add the Legacy. They did add the AI Legacy car, which I've been waiting for forever.
I really do.
I mean, Toyota's in full swing. They added the Supra, but is anyone really surprised? I mean, there's a couple, like, obvious, you know, things that people rallied behind. Not literally, unfortunately, but, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just,
my main thing for Forza had the pickups, dude. Really, it'll make it so much better.
It'll bring in a whole new world of fans.
Exactly. Not even just pickups. Like, any off-roading. Like the XJ, more Jeeps and stuff. More
Jeeps.
More
the off-road customization is pretty poor, too.
Like the RZR. Yeah, you have that. But there's other stuff like that as well. Like Can-Am and other stuff. Hell.
They're also missing a lot of other...
Honestly. John Deere?
Yeah.
Hook it up. Like, come
They're
on.
not doing that. There's
They wouldn't
no
do that.
fucking chance
They
they're
wouldn't
adding
do that.
anything John
But
Deere.
like, still.
Frankly, the RZR is pretty strange for them anyway. But they're missing a lot of pretty quintessential off-roaders.
Oh yeah. 100%.
The Blazer.
And they're just
the square body
focusing
Blazer,
on the,
not there.
the expensive fast cars, and they really can't be doing that. Because that's not what people are into anymore. This isn't...
That's
we're
actually
not,
blatantly incorrect. That is everyone's... most 9 out of...
yes,
probably
also
7
no.
out of 10 car people are into expensive fast
yeah,
cars.
when you're
be
a
it
kid.
supercars or sports cars.
I still have a freaking LaFerrari poster from 2013 when the damn car came out in my room. You know? It's like... You think these cars are so cool because they're expensive and fast, but then you get into the real world and stuff, and you grow up and shit,
And
and
they
you're
have
like,
no character.
oh my
at all.
god, I love this truck, you know? Like, this is a truck.
And
it's half
supercars,
less than half the
hypercars,
price.
most sports cars even, they don't have any personality. There's no character there. Whereas your slower, more personal, more drivable cars
exactly. Those
are the
everyday
things that
drives.
actually get people interested.
It's those everyday drives.
Very, very, very few people own a car that they drive in Forza.
Exactly.
Very few people. Because the market is so small for regular people cars that there's only a handful of cars that you can't spend less than like $50,000 to own a car that's in this game.
Yeah. It's sad.
And I'm sorry,
really
but that
is.
just doesn't make sense.
It really is sad. Alright, anyhow, moving on. I think we have...
Yeah.
Let's talk about NASCAR 21. So, I watched the Jeff Favignana video on it.
I'll probably watch that on the podcast.
So, pretty much... I mean, he did say that wasn't the final version. This is a pre-release version.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're gonna fix stuff. They still have, what, 5 days?
Yeah.
Well, 5 days
just about
until,
pretty much.
well, okay, 5 days till we can play it,
Until
'cause
early
we-
release.
Yeah, we pre-ordered, so. And
to be honest, probably the only reason I still have it pre-ordered is because it's the first new game I'm going to be able to play anyway.
yeah, and it's probably the only new interesting one, because honestly, I really, after... I feel like if I get Forza, I'll just be way more disappointed. Like, yeah, I'll be excited for a week to play on the new map, but it's like, okay, now what? You know, I don't have any new
it's not bringing
cars.
anything to the table that's really
this
worthy.
isn't new. I want to be able to drive new cars, new stuff, you know? Cuz like the what you do is I don't know. Honestly, I just feel like it's going to be a disappointment. But anyhow, NASCAR, a little worried. I hope they're going to fix the stuff that he was talking about on the video. Go check it out. Jeff Favignano. It's the what is it? The first peek at NASCAR 21
Probably,
Ignition.
yeah, something
like that. Something along those lines. He made some very good points about the steering assist, how you can't turn that off, and I mean you can very clearly see.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, it's awful. You can turn it low, but you can't turn it off, and it just completely screws up the racing.
I would cancel my pre-order over that if they don't fix that. I would.
I can sleep on that one. I can rest assured on that one because that's definitely something that'll be fixed. I feel like that is just a because you know how they were going to the racetracks and stuff and testing out the stuff, the game. I feel like that was just for like beginners and stuff. You know, that's definitely
maybe
gonna be fixed.
That's
So at least
be.
I feel comfortable. Me personally, I feel comfortable thinking that they're gonna fix that.
Yeah.
Other things, the damage. The damage models look pretty good. The crashing looked good. Like
that's important.
You didn't
'cause
just
to be
bounce
honest,
off
there's
of
not
something.
much more
You
that really
kinda, like,
matters in NASCAR.
when you hit the wall, he like spun around, but he like stuck on the wall, and he like kind of glided along, and it was super nice. I'm excited for it. Other things.
NASCAR 21 has a lot of expectations on it because it's coming off of a generally pretty poorly received NASCAR Heat.
Now,
The NASCAR Heat games.
me personally though, I enjoy Heat 5 because that's my first.
But you
NASCAR
also don't have
game.
anything to compare it to.
Yeah, I
so
don't have anything
that doesn't
to compare it to
really.
because I never had
mean
any
a
other
whole lot.
NASCAR games. Heat 5 is the first NASCAR game I ever played, and I honestly enjoy Xfinity Series. I like the road courses and stuff. That's kind of what I'm into and stuff. And going into NASCAR 21, they don't have any of that, at least as of yet. That'll probably be a later release.
It may become a DLC at
DLC.
some point, but honestly, I don't see that entering the game until a couple years in, because it took Heat a while. The NASCAR the Game Series never implemented it. EA NASCAR didn't implement it until 2005. So
I hope they do.
And their first game was in like 98 or 99.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably part of the minority of people that is actually into
I think probably is
road courses and Xfinity Series and Truck Series and stuff like that. You know,
I mean, a lot of people like
just
it, but no
focus
one's
on
gonna
Cup
buy a
Series.
game that's just Xfinity.
Yeah.
Or just
well,
Truck.
no.
A lot more people are gonna
Exactly.
buy a game that's
They're in
just Cup.
the Cup Series, exactly. But yeah, I hope they add that. But I think the track selection is a little low. Now they did say they were going off of the 2021 Cup Series schedule,
which is exactly as it should be.
Which is good. But I mean, me again being from NASCAR Heat 5, am used to all the tracks. Like I didn't see Iowa on there. I didn't see I didn't see Mid Ohio. I didn't see, other things like. I don't remember seeing Dover on there. Dover's on there, right?
Well, Dover is going to be on there.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, Dover's a Cup race.
Dover is a Cup race. What is a big track that wasn't on the?
Nothing, because it's going to be the exact tracks that are on the 2021 schedule. That's how it's going to work. It's not like.
Yeah, no, I just can't remember what tracks weren't in the schedule. They added COTA. So they added Circuit of the Americas, and they also added Nashville Superspeedway.
Yeah. Bristol Dirt.
I'm excited for Nashville because I've never raced on that track or even.
I'm excited for Bristol Dirt because one of my best tracks in NASCAR Heat 5 is Eldora.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of high hopes for Bristol Dirt. I think that could become kind of my Cup Series crutch, if you will.
Yeah. But it
all depends on the physics engine and how the cars handle.
The customization looked good.
Ooh, that's one big important aspect. That is something that the EA games didn't do perfectly, but because of the better time period, it worked a little bit better.
Yeah.
I will say a lot of my bias towards the older games is A, Dodge, and B, better drivers, and in my opinion, a better looking Cup car.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, and I realized
it was kind of the prime of NASCAR.
Is he a Cup driver?
No.
62? Number 62, I believe it was, or 63?
He drove it. He tried to drive it for a race, and he did not qualify.
I was gonna say okay, because I saw him in the game and I was like, what? He's an Xfinity driver.
But they might have a couple of Xfinity field fillers.
Another reason I want Xfinity Series is I'm not a Toyota guy, but that Yee car on the number 19
that won't be in the game. I guarantee you.
It needs to be in the game. It needs to be in the game. Oh my gosh, it really does.
I can assure you it will not be. I really want it to be, and it would hurt because I really don't want to drive a Toyota.
I don't want to
fucking hate that
here's
Supra.
The thing is that
Supra's genuinely one of the ugliest stock cars.
If they add it, that I'll drive it, and I don't want to be driving a Toyota. I would much rather be driving the Chevy.
It's mostly Yee's fault though for picking a fucking Toyota.
Why did they do that? I want to know why.
Because that was the only person that would sign on.
Is it really? Well, Brandon Jones needs to switch teams.
And Brandon Jones is actually pretty involved.
Oh yeah.
So I will give them credit. They based it on the driver. The driver was definitely a good choice. He's just driving for the wrong team.
Yeah.
Put simply.
It's Ganassi Racing, right?
No, Ganassi's a Chevy team.
No.
It's Gibbs.
Gibbs.
Joe Gibbs.
I knew it was a G. Oh yeah, Ganassi's with Kurt Busch. Oh, at least that's
now he's with 2311.
Yeah. which is
Fortunately, we won't see that until
23-11-1 now.
2022.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Actually, no. What number is he gonna be now? What's his new number? Isn't it 40 something?
32? Right? Let me look.
I'm not gonna remember it. I'm so used to him being number 1 that I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm so used to Kurt
well,
Busch
I'm used to him being
number 1.
42. Actually, that's what I'm used to. Or not 42. Sorry. Why did I say 42? 97. I'm used to 97. That's what he was in his early days.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was his early.
I just know
back
Brad
in the
Keselowski's
early
always
2000s.
too.
Which that's also going to change, which is weird. I'm not really prepared for that either.
Oh, is he changing too? What number is he going to?
He's going to what's he called?
Is he switching?
He's switching to Roush.
Roush.
He's gonna be a part owner of a Roush car.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So as far as NASCAR 21 Ignition goes, excited but also worried. You know?
From my perspective, and I haven't watched that video, but I will at some point, and you keep interrupting me, so I can't actually share my opinion here, but, there's a lot riding on this game. I saw a video back a couple months ago that said NASCAR 21 is going to be a very important game, and I agree. I think, the Heat games have been 5 commercial mixed opinions. Not commercial flops, per se, because, again, what else are you going to buy? But there's a lot of things that they're lacking on. One of the biggest things was the paint, the livery designing.
Honestly, that's the only thing I can think of.
It wasn't great in
maybe the driving physics.
EA games, but it was great in the Eutechnics games. The Eutechnics games, you could build a scheme from the ground up.
And I believe that you can do that in Ignition as well.
You had better, because that's a very important aspect.
I believe.
That
Don't quote me on that.
Missed out on.
I think you might be able to.
Yeah. NASCAR Heat also had a pretty piss-poor character customization.
Mm-hmm.
My character looks like shit.
Yeah.
Even with a beard and
my character.
what they call a mullet. It's not a mullet.
It's not.
But they call it a mullet. The beard's too thin. The character customization is very poor. So that's something that they're probably going to want to either remove as a feature or, yeah, right? It's something they're going to want to either remove as a feature or just simply actually improve upon. But that's another thing. But that's not really a terribly important aspect, but it is something that kind of bugs me. The graphics and the physics weren't very great. The game felt way too arcadey, in my opinion. It just, I don't know. The sound design wasn't great.
I don't know.
It never felt good.
I don't know about the whole arcadey thing. Me playing Forza and stuff and turning off assists and stuff, I feel like it was more realistic.
Perhaps in some aspects, but just the feel of the game felt fake.
I think the only thing that felt fake for me was just when you crash.
The sound design wasn't great. The physics weren't great. The damage
models need
damage
fixed, for sure.
Stuff was not good at all. In both, I believe both the Eutechnics games and especially the EA games, the damage model was actually pretty good. The hood would fall off. Parts of your bumper would fall off.
Oh, and you gotta watch the video too, because the way the hood, if you get your head bent up and stuff, it'll be like swaying around and everything. It actually looked pretty good.
Yeah,
which
is nice, because that's something that it was such a good aspect of the EA games that has been absent for quite a while now. Some other aspects, but a lot of what's going to be holding this game back is just simply the drivers of today.
Yeah.
They're not that good.
And I don't really...
Part of the appeal to the old... Part of the appeal to, say, NASCAR Thunder 2004 is Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt Sr. He wasn't alive, but he was in the game. Dale Earnhardt Jr., fucking Casey Kane, Kevin Harvick in the 29 car, you know, Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson, fucking Bobby Labonte. You know, there was a lot of big, important names at that time. No Kyle Busch. No Denny Hamlin.
Well, I guess now we got Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, and, like, I mean, I hate to say it, but I guess Bubba Wallace. You know, we got.
He's more popular than he's skilled.
We got those names now. The only reason we don't see them as big is because we're so used to the other names, such as the ones that you just mentioned. For example, me being a Dale Jr. fan, I mean, I really only watched NASCAR to watch him race. I kind of dropped off after 2016 and stopped watching because,
Which I feel like a lot of people did exactly the same in 2001 when Dale Earnhardt Sr. died. I'm sure that caused a pretty massive spike
and now
or a pretty massive dip in viewership.
Yeah, now I'm getting back into it, but, like, I don't know, I really don't know any of the drivers. That's why I went to Xfinity Series and just looked for a nice car and said, hey, Noah Gragson's car. That's pretty minty.
And that's a pretty big aspect of what makes cars good. But with the fact, another reason that the modern stuff's not that good is because paint schemes rotate.
Yeah,
a nice paint scheme is going to get used maybe 12 times throughout the year. Kevin Harvick, my favorite driver, absolutely adore those Busch schemes. That's part of the reason that he struck me as such a cool driver.
Guard schemes,
is because of the Busch schemes.
I miss
the National Guard schemes.
I miss the guard car, dude. I want the guard car back.
Budweiser's been gone for a while, replaced by Busch, which made great schemes, but still Budweiser's not there. Miller Lite dropped Keselowski, pretty much. You know, so many big, important, cool sponsors aren't there anymore. There's no silver bullet.
The Amp Energy ones? Oh, man. Does anyone even drink that stuff? I've never seen anyone with an Amp Energy.
I've had it once. It's not great.
Never seen it.
I mean, GM Goodwrench isn't even a company anymore. Bass Pro Shops sponsors a bad car.
Bass Pro and Cabela's. Well, here's the thing.
Actually,
Austin Dillon and Truex Jr. are both with
Truex. It's one of Truex's primary sponsors. It's not one of Austin Dillon's primary sponsors.
It's like a secondary for Austin Dillon, right?
I mean, the Lowe's schemes were good.
On Jimmy Johnson.
Home Depot.
Oh, I love the Home Depot one. I love anything Home Depot. I'm not a fan of orange, but like orange goes with Home Depot. Like you slap Home Depot on
yellow,
the
but the DeWalt cars.
Good.
The Army cars. If you remember some of the old Army stuff.
I just remember the guard cars.
There's just
I have so many die-casts of those.
The schemes, the potential for, I mean, good schemes are only ran for a race.
Yeah, it's because they're sponsorships. They're not actually connected to the driver and the car in any
and they're
way.
just not that, and it makes it so much less memorable when it's constant. Part of what made Dale Earnhardt Sr. so memorable is the fact that you fucking know that black car with the GM Goodwrench logo and that thin red stripe above a thicker silver stripe is just him. You know, I feel like
NASCAR sponsorships are one of the best ways to get your company out there.
I would agree. I wouldn't necessarily agree.
Right now, I'm just thinking offhand. Mountain Dew, for example.
Yep, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was a big part of Mountain Dew's sponsorship.
I would rather drink Mountain Dew than anything else, just because Junior had the scheme.
Coca-Cola, great schemes.
I wouldn't drink Coca-Cola because I like Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Coca-Cola's had some great schemes.
You know, it's all about who these,
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Who these companies pick to drive. They know who's.
I will say that I do agree with you in a sense. Now there are some things that I don't feel that way about, but like, for example, Home Depot versus Lowe's. I hated Jimmy Johnson, loved Tony Stewart, so I always rather would go to Home Depot than Lowe's.
Oh, but that
was just a personal bias that I always got.
Bum 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 bum.
You know.
Bum 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 bum.
Although I feel like you would just go to Menards, even though their sponsor's pretty shit too. But like, I mean, part of Keselowski's image was that number 2 white Miller Lite car.
Yeah.
But that's not there, and it gets traded off with a bunch of uniform Penske schemes, you know, that are just the same design on all 3 of their cars, starting with Jimmy Johnson.
I will say, sometimes though, certain sponsors got to pick the right driver, and when I say I don't like Pennzoil because freaking 22 car, you know, I mean, what are we gonna do, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Harvick and Dale Earnhardt Jr. have leaned me towards Busch and Budweiser as opposed to other things. You know, that silver bullet Sterling Marlin car makes me like Coors Light.
Coors Light.
Cooler. Coors Light.
You said Coors Light.
I said Coors Light.
Queer?
Uh,
Coors Light. All right. Glad we got that.
part of the reason I wouldn't join the Air Force. Bubble wallet. Also, I'm not a bitch, but that's beside the point. Okay, I'm a total bitch, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm not a desk jockey. Sorry. Chair force.
But, you know, I mean, there's just so many personal brand alliances have been created by NASCAR.
Yeah.
You know, NASCAR, by having a driver that you associate with a
Because,
sponsor,
like, other
it helps
people get
so much.
sponsored by other things. Like, baseball, like, stadiums, kinda.
Baseball stadiums, some
No.
stadiums have a name. Our stadium is,
You know?
Coors
like,
Field.
Like
so obviously
Browns,
associated with
First Energy
beer. I think you guys have the...
Stadium, or Universal Windows Direct, the official sponsor of Browns, you know? It's like, I don't care. But I look at a NASCAR
Yeah, I
and I
don't
see
care.
that sexy car, and I see that sexy company name, and I'm like, you know what? That's hot. I'm going to go with your company.
Even if it doesn't have a great audience, it's certainly the best sport for getting brand alliances.
And maybe it's just bias. You know, maybe. But
A little
honestly,
bit, yeah,
but
definitely.
honestly, even people that don't really know NASCAR, there's those people out there that like know the cars and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, like I don't know, number
The number
9.
8 fucking Budweiser car.
You know, number 9, Napa. You know, yeah, I know Napa. I've seen that on the car.
Because to me, number 9
that's the first
is
one I could think of.
Dodge, but I was just gonna say, oh yeah, Denny Hamlin's been in pretty frequently in
like
FedEx commercials.
Yeah, I know FedEx. I've seen that on a car.
I will give Denny Hamlin credit. He is one of the few drivers that's still sticking to just one. Even if he changes schemes every time, you still know that white FedEx car. You know?
Yeah, I don't.
It used to be black, but now it's white.
I don't remember any other sponsors.
No, that's
that
just
had.
Denny Hamlin's car.
Has he always
FedEx,
been FedEx?
You know? Yeah, pretty sure.
What if he betrays them and goes to UPS?
Kyle Busch has been with M&M's since
oh my God!
the dawn
Yeah,
of time.
I can't imagine.
Same scheme too. Like, I mean, almost identical scheme.
Yeah, I could literally not imagine Kyle Busch being in anything other than some kind of candy. You know?
I mean, granted, he does have the Interstate car, which has been with Joe
Interstate?
Gibbs since the 90s.
I don't know what that one is.
Interstate Batteries?
Nope. Oh, is that the green one?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's the green one.
Yeah, I saw it in Heat. That's the only time I've ever seen it. I've only ever seen that yellow
Sometimes they'll have a Skittles car
and that
or a
silver
Snickers
Skittles
car, but you still know. I was thinking of the red one, but yeah.
Is the red one? Oh yeah, it's red. It's also silver.
That is the Skittles car.
I thought it was silver.
I think you're just thinking of the Skittles zombie one.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
But I don't know. Joe Gibbs seems to do a pretty good job at associating driver with sponsor.
Energy.
They seem to
Guess
be pretty
who
good
I'm
at that.
thinking of?
Kurt Busch.
You know,
they
it's like
run with Kurt Busch.
I know. It's like I can't not think of anyone else.
Now, granted, yeah, no.
But yeah,
NASCAR.
I think NASCAR sponsorships are just one of the most important things a company can do. Honestly. Really, it's
and
really
like part of one
best
thing
ways
that's
to
like
get your message
really
out there.
oh fuck, I didn't want to. Now Kurt Busch, in his early days, he was sponsored by Sharpie. Then he moved to Furniture Row Racing, so he was sponsored by Furniture Row. He was on Roush Racing in the number. He won his first championship in 2004 in the Sharpie in number 97. Well, okay, I say first like he's won another one, his only championship, but still. He's been with Monster since I want to say 2015, 14.
Oh, that
somewhere
seems
around
too
there.
recent.
Well, it was pretty recent.
I've always
when he moved to Stuart Haas in the 41 car, he had a mixture of Monster and Haas CNC.
Oh, that car. Who's in that now again?
That is Cole Custer. By the way, that fucking Cole Custer's 2 cars that he's driven, those are fucking minty too.
Are they?
The Digi Camo and now the silver one, they're minty.
Oh yeah, I like them.
Eric Almirola's schemes have always been the most lackluster. The 10 car has always been the most lackluster.
Or something Smith.
Smithfield.
Smithfield.
It's the bacon.
Bacon? Is that what they do? I don't know.
Meat, but primarily bacon is
Never heard
the
of
most
it.
well known. Never heard of Smithfield?
No, don't think
That's
so.
wild.
I don't.
You don't buy enough. What kind of bacon do you buy?
I don't buy it. Mom does probably.
What kind of bacon do you guys get?
Don't know. It's in the fridge, and the only
Wow.
time I see it is when it's on my plate. So.
Fair enough. Maybe it is Smithfield. That'd be kind of funny. Anyway, but I mean, the biggest mistake that happened to NASCAR was when Jimmy goddamn Johnson lost his low sponsorship.
What? When did that happen? Oh, it's on Carvana?
No, Ally.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
After 2017, he in 2018 he switched to Ally, and then he retired.
For good reason too.
Yeah. Cause he just started to kind of.
I think he's just an Indy car now.
Barely. He's kind of. I think he's a part-time IndyCar driver.
Whatever.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, one of the longest-standing sponsorships in recent NASCAR memory, and one of the most iconic things. He won 7 championships in a Lowe's car.
I cannot imagine Jimmy Johnson without Lowe's. It's just literally the first
and then
thing
the
I think of.
instant he didn't, and then the instant he had a winless season, boom, drop sponsorship.
Yeah.
They just jump ship. Same thing with Home Depot. Tony Stewart left the 20 car in 2008 because Joe Gibbs switched to Toyota, and Home Depot stuck with Joey Logano for a few years, and then when Matt Kenseth showed up, they stuck with him a little bit, but it kind of really became Dollar General.
I always think of the yellow Dollar General car for the
Martinsville.
20. Yeah.
But if you look at that Dollar General car,
that.
on the very back of the car is an orange Home Depot. So, I mean, it was still there, but it hasn't been a real sponsor since probably like 2016.
Yeah, I think.
You know,
I think of two people. I think Tony Stewart and I think Matt Kenseth. I think Tony Stewart and Home Depot.
Because Joey Logano spent a very brief amount of time there, really just in the early 2010s. Matt Kenseth left the 17 car in, I want to say, like 2012, maybe.
Wait, did you say Joey Logano was 20? The 20?
Yeah.
What?
He drove the 20 from, I want to say, like 2008 or 2007.
Oh, yeah.
To like probably like 2013.
Wow. Really?
That was his rookie car, yeah.
I remember.
Because Tony Stewart left because he didn't want to drive Toyota.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. ran out of gas on the last lap, and Joey Logano passed him up. And Jr. came in either second or third.
Probably second, but it could have been third.
I think it was second. I was so pissed.
I don't know, but there's... Yeah. But, I mean, the whole allure of sponsorship's been kind of lost. And that's hurt NASCAR big time. Because you can't associate a driver with a certain look anymore. Because it always changes. Not just every year, because it's been changing every year for a lot of drivers. Not every driver kept the same sponsor, same scheme, rather, even since the 90s. But some of the most iconic ones are stuff like Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
You know, that Budweiser car.
I always thought of National Guard. Now, that's just because my dad was in the National Guard.
And that's probably because that's also when you started watching NASCAR. That's also when I started
watching NASCAR, exactly. So, like,
whereas I have a big association with, even though I was
because to be completely honest with you, I
alive.
think I've said this before. I think we were on GTA on a podcast and I was talking about this. I thought Greg Biffle, his car in the 16, because he had the National Guard sponsor. Yeah. Because I have a diecast of a Greg Biffle car. And it was the 16. And I always thought that before he was 88, I thought he was the 16. And I thought, because I always thought the sponsorship stick. I didn't know how it worked when I was younger, you know? So, yeah,
See, now me, I grew up an Earnhardt fan because my dad was a big Earnhardt Senior fan.
Well, I mean, he was dead
I associate
by the time I was born.
So I associate pretty heavily with old school, early 2000s, late 90s NASCAR. Even though I started really paying attention in about 2017, late 2016, really. I actually have Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Final Ride diecast. I have that on my...
what car was he driving?
164 and a 124. The Exalta 88, but it looks like his old Budweiser 8 car. His rookie one.
The Exalta? What does that mean? What is Exalta?
That's what, that's what DuPont is now. DuPont renamed to, Exalta. That's why, Jeff Gordon drove Exalta, but it's, like, still almost the same scheme as it was as the old DuPont cars. It's the same, it's a paint thing, basically. They make paint. Although DeWalt was, or not DeWalt, sorry. DuPont is a wild company. DuPont made, like, ammunition.
Really?
They've made so much stuff.
Yeah, I never really knew what they did. I thought it was an oil company.
Now, this DuPont was founded as a merger of Dow Chemical. But, we want the real DuPont, 1802 to 2017. Founded as a gunpowder mill. Makes polymers, so like nylon, Kevlar.
Surprises
Nomex,
me that they went with a rainbow-colored car then.
Freon. But then they also make synthetic pigments and paints, including Chromaflare. Common, like, car color stuff.
Yeah.
They made DuPont explosives. Can I find, like, a list of products? 'Cause that would be kind of convenient.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're widely known for sponsoring good old Gordon.
Yeah.
Okay, Exalta's actually a separate company. I thought it was the same. Oh, it merged with...
What else do I think of when I think
became
Jeff
DuPont
Gordon?
Performance Coatings. So it's the
I think it was
paint
DuPont.
section
What
of
was the 24?
DuPont and Exalta.
A
A little bit of Pepsi Max.
Think of Exalta. I
Nicorette.
don't know what that looks like. Oh, is it? Wait. Was the Exalta one? Was that silver? For Junior?
Yeah.
I actually have that diecast too.
No, for Gordon. It might have been...
there
might have been a silver.
I have an '88 silver car.
That, I don't know what the deal is behind that, but I do remember that, like, in 2015, in his final year that in Gordon's final year, that's what he drove.
No, I'm talking about Junior.
But
actually, I might be able to find it. Where is it? Where are all the cars? Just keep going.
What does DuPont make? I'm curious. What has DuPont made? Industrial chemicals, synthetic fibers, petroleum-based fuels and lubricants, pharmaceuticals, building materials.
They do kind of make oil.
Yeah, well, they make paint. Paint's an aspect of it. But the hip just all sorts of shit.
Almost just died. Okay. Okay. Might be in here, might not be. I don't know. Ow!
But yeah, towards the later end of his career, like 2015 to 17, Dale Jr. ran a lot of Exalta stuff. All of Hendrick did. Except for the 5 car. But I mean, in terms of Junior, I think Junior had, like, towards the later end, National Guard had left him by 2015.
Yeah,
pretty
which
much.
kind of sucked for me because it's kind of
that 2014 National Guard car. Oh my god!
Actually, there were
there
two
for
reasons
I
liked Dale Jr. Main reason.
One, he's Dale goddamn Jr.
Yeah, was that he was Dale Jr. And 2 was because he was national. He had that National Guard sponsorship. Because my dad was in the National Guard and everything, so I was like...
2007 to 2014, maybe 15.
Yeah.
I don't know if they sponsored him in 15. Pepsi Max was Pepsi products were a big sponsor of Hendrick for a pretty large bulk of their more recent years. Of course, now the 88 car isn't even a car.
Yeah, which pisses me off. Really.
It's unfortunate,
It's
especially because
such
they
a-
gave it to
Alex Bowman, and now he's.
I almost said Alex Jones.
Now he's number. I don't
Alex
even
Bowman.
know what number he is.
48. 48.
Oh really?
He drives a 48 car now.
I gotta pee.
So I don't know. I don't know. NASCAR is going downhill
Yeah.
fast, but back to NASCAR 21. I don't know. It might be better than Heat
can't
at
find
least.
it.
I gotta watch that Jeff Favignano video.
Yeah.
Just to get a better idea.
Keep
But
talking. I'm gonna go pee real
It's
quick.
probably gonna be better than Heat, but I don't know if I'm gonna like it more than what's it called? Than the EA games. But that's just because of the drivers and the paint schemes at the time. And also, again, I just need dodge, man. I just need dodge. Call of Duty Vanguard is probably not going to be that great either, to be honest. I mean, well, Vanguard's probably going to be decent. It's going to be World War II, World War II Modern Warfare 2019. That's basically all it is. It's a reskin. It's a lot of money for a reskin, so I might only buy it when it's, on sale. It might have a decent campaign, but it doesn't really have a lot going for it in the world of a familiarity, just because it's not a part of an already established franchise, so there's no characters we know anything about. That's going to make operators pretty complicated, because there's not going to be any operators people are going to draw to, like Captain Price, Frank Woods, Mason, all these people. They're not going to be present. And that's going. Although they might end up implementing Frank Woods or Price as a kind of a DLC character, possibly for pre-ordering Modern Warfare 2 next year when that comes out. So,
all right, what are we talking about?
so I mean, we'll see. But to be honest, I'm not exactly sure if Vanguard's gonna be all that good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure about that one.
'Cause
I don't think I'm gonna.
There's
be
no
getting that.
familiarity of characters, really.
I think I'm just gonna focus
Yeah.
on NASCAR. To be completely and entirely honest with you.
I'm probably just gonna continue focusing on some of the games I already have.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm probably not going to do a whole lot of associating with some of the new games. A lot of the new games seemed appealing, but as more things got revealed, I might get back.
I really, honest to God, I really hope that NASCAR 21 doesn't pull a Project Cars 3 on me. I really do.
Yeah, it has so much potential, and so much is riding on the line of this being a good game.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, if it ends up being no better than NASCAR Heat, or some potentially even worse, that's probably going to be the straw that broke the camel's back in terms of newer NASCAR games, and I'm probably going to completely abandon them at that point.
Yeah.
And just stick to my old school, good old days.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It remains to be seen. I mean, like I said, I think what also has some potential is Battlefield 2042.
Mhm.
I think that could be fun. I've got to wait for it to come out, because I'm not a huge fan of how Battlefield feels.
Yeah.
But it does look more interesting
Mhm.
than Vanguard, other than the lack of familiarity, because I've never been a huge Battlefield guy.
Honestly, I might get Battlefield. The new Battlefield.
But
maybe.
that seems to be the general consensus.
It
Is,
looked
hey, don't get
cool.
Vanguard, get Battlefield.
Yeah, it looked cool. I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I think I would be more interested in the new Battlefield than the new Call of Duty.
I will say, though, both games have resulted in some pretty good... I've encountered this before. Fuck you, woman. I can't shoot her.
I'm sorry?
There's this little...
Oh, good. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's a
gotta
different
accept
person.
it, and then...
So listen, that horse.
Oh, that was fucking brutal. Gotta go. Goodbye. But, I don't know. I think... I will say both games have resulted in some pretty damn good Goons content.
Oh yeah. Soup.
Soup has been making some great, just
Battlefield
fantastic videos on both Battlefield and Vanguard. Some of the
yeah.
Vanguard videos have been some of the funniest Goons videos.
Yeah.
So, that's probably the best thing they could have asked for. But I think, I don't know, I think one of the biggest issues that Vanguard's going to be facing is the gunsmith in the store.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't make sense for a World War II game to have such high amounts of customization and, you know, just the sheer amount of batshit that the game is going to have. 10 gunsmith slots? Come on.
That'll be
10 gunsmith slots for a World War II game where attachments didn't even really
exist.
exist.
What all can you really do, really?
More than was possible.
Custom
Change your caliber,
barrels,
add optics that didn't exist.
Yeah.
Barrels, stocks.
It'll be interesting.
Grips.
See, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel
foregrips.
like it's gonna be what I want. You know, when I look into a World War game,
I want
think,
a good World War II game.
I think PC
That's
games.
not it.
You know, I'm thinking I want Squad. I want that. What was that? Operator Drewski. If you want to check out these games, go to fucking Operator Drewski's channel because he's got all this shit. All right. Honestly,
I think a better decision than Vanguard would be World at War Remastered. It's a more rooted, down-to-earth, quality World War II game.
Yeah.
That is only hindered by being fucking ancient. If they remastered that game, I would buy it. Speaking of, GTA Trilogy Remastered. I might get that.
GTA Trilogy Remastered. What's that? Not GTA 6.
They're remastering. Well, no, and it's not going to be GTA 6 for. And listen, here's the thing with GTA 6: it's not going to be good. I know it. I know it in my heart. It's not going to be good.
It has to be.
Yeah, but it won't be. Here's why. GTA 5 was such a revolutionary, important game that literally nothing can top it. There is no way that Rockstar can make a GTA better than that. They can improve on some aspects of it, but it just won't be what people want.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's gonna disappoint people, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. And that's what happens. The Last of Us 2. Everyone loved The Last of Us. The Last of Us was one of the most well-liked, story-based linear video games. The Last of Us 2 was announced.
See,
everyone
I
was
don't
excited.
have a comment on that one because I don't like story-based games. I like multiplayer stuff.
I love story-based games. I like both.
Yeah,
I like both.
Just
I
into
like
the competitive stuff.
I play more multiplayer games, but I will gladly go out of my way to play Red Dead 1, Red Dead 2, The Last of Us 1 and 2. You know, I love story-based games.
Yeah.
And The Last of Us is a big reason for that, just because of how fucking good it is, but I've always liked those types of games. But, let me look at the GTA remasters, because I don't actually know which ones are remastering. I think it's San Andreas 4 and 3? Or Vice City? I think it's, 4, San Andreas and Vice City, I think is what it is. So, I don't know. I think I think that'll probably be better. Yeah, 3 Vice City, San Andreas. Oh, 3 Vice City and San Andreas. Not 4? Strange. GTA 3 is kind of a random decision there. But I feel like 4 is a little more iconic, but whatever.
I only played 5.
Fine.
I wouldn't know. I'm a little bit newer to the whole video
me too.
game things.
I mean, me as well, but I understand that 4, Vice City, and San Andreas are very important games in 2000s gaming.
Yeah, I didn't have...
But I think they're going to be good.
I didn't have any video
Just
games till, like, 2012.
Yeah, I got my
I had a
Wii, and
V-Smile.
I've been playing the Wii since... I don't think a Wii Smile is a thing.
It's a V-Smile.
Oh, V-Smile.
It's made by VTech.
Yeah, I remember VTech. Not the Honda, but... Well, the Honda engine, rather. But, I don't know, I think that could be pretty fun. You know, getting to experience those new games. Hopefully they add an online. Especially because I'm not familiar with the Vice City map or the San Andreas map. Yeah. So I think that could be interesting to finally just get a new map, but with still
was
the next-gen feel.
Is San Andreas not GTA 5? The same map?
It might be. I thought it was, but I've heard some different locations.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Yeah, no, it is not the same map. It has a different... It's a lot smaller, obviously. But, you know, it looks very different. So, I don't know. That could be interesting. I'll probably get it. It's probably going to be like $90 since it's like 3 games remastered. And it's probably not going to release for a long while. But I think that'll be good. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. And they can't really mess it up. I mean, it's possible to mess up a remaster, but let's be honest here. I feel like they've kind of got it in the bag. I think they can pull that off. I think that will be much more well received than GTA 6 will. Even if GTA 6 is a good game, it just can't compete with GTA 5.
Yeah.
Nothing can.
I think that's fair.
There's a lot of things they could do to make it a better game. I mean, the story of
I
GTA
think what
5
they can
is
do,
kind of
instead
mixed.
of making GTA 6, just make another island, another big island, and you can fly to and from the other island. Why don't they just do that?
Add on to well, I think GTA 5 is a little outdated. I think it needs, you know, better textures, better animations, a better first person, new controls. For God's sakes, I don't want to press the A button anymore.
Yeah, for real. Oh my god, my A button's gonna get worn down.
Yeah. So I mean, there are definitely plenty of improvements to be made. Better cars,
Yeah.
perhaps. Although, to be fair, GTA has one of the best car selections of any video game.
Even though
I hate
the
to say
cars
that.
aren't real.
Aren't real, yeah. But the
we
cars
know
that
what they're
they
based off of. We know what you're up to.
yeah, but the cars that they copy after are cars that half of them don't even appear in Forzas.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why, because they should.
Yeah.
But
GTA has a better truck selection. There
it
you
does a much better truck selection.
100%.
So, like I said, I think that there's plenty of room for improvement off of GTA 6, but I just think its cultural significance puts it on such a high level that there's nothing that can be done to make a game more important.
Yeah.
And I see it's going to be one of those things where it's like, you know, I mean, everything, you know, I mean, people, it's going to be one of those things where it's like, you know, it's a good game, but, like, it's the sequel to GTA 5. You know?
Yeah.
It's going to be looked at like that. The Last of Us 2, not a terrible game, all things considered. It does well in improving on the gameplay elements of The Last of Us 1. And the story is kind of shit, but it's still, you know, if it were its own game, probably be a pretty good game. But it's a Last of Us game. It's got those characters. It's got that plot line. It's got all the established things. So it gets compared to a game of such a high caliber that there's really no chance of comparing it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think we'll see. We'll have to wait and see, but to be honest, the state of games nowadays is not very hopeful.
Yeah.
You know, there's hype for games, then they release a beta, and people are like, wow, this fucking sucks. And then they fix a few things, and then they release it, and it's a buggy, underdeveloped piece of shit that they slowly will add content to over time, and it might eventually become good by the time it becomes obsolete.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, I think it's a pretty good place to leave
yeah,
off. We've been going for a little over an hour now. So,
Yeah.
that is episode
12
of the Should Have Been a Cowboy podcast. I have mentioned it a few times. I will get Gavin on the podcast. We will introduce him to the podcast. I promise. He's just a busy man, and it's hard to find some time. But once we can, I don't think I even touched any of the podcast topics I had. I'm pretty sure I left them completely alone. So, yeah, I did. So we should actually still have a few for the next episode. It seemed that video games carried us pretty far.
Yep.
So, thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
Have a good one, everybody.